Hey there, it's Teresa here, and welcome to another episode of Conversations from My Couch. Hi, I'm Teresa Youngkin. I am a leadership coach and consultant, and you can find me here every Wednesday having a conversation from my couch about all things leadership. So, we've been talking about different things that you can do to improve yourself from the inside out and just talk about just leadership and life in general. So, today we're going to be talking about expanding your comfort zone. So, do you ever feel restless in your career, your personal life, or even spiritually sometimes? When you feel like you're stagnating in some areas, that can show up as feelings of boredom, stagnation, or restlessness. And physically, it can look like spending more time scrolling through your phone or looking for new job opportunities, or maybe just not spending time with the same people that you normally do. So these can all be signals that it's time for you to grow, aka expanding your comfort zone. Many times we avoid expanding our experiences because it's really uncomfortable. And the truth is, change is hard, it can be scary, but change is really necessary to grow into the next best version of yourself. So let's talk about 3 things that we can practice to get ourselves comfortable with like the discomfort that change can bring. So, number one, start with something that's difficult, but not too challenging. So, um, take up a new hobby or a skill. Learning something new really builds confidence as you move forward to accomplishing a goal. And we've talked about this over the last couple of weeks. Learning also has great benefits to our physical brains. So, Scientific American reports, in addition to making existing synapses more robust, learning causes our brains to grow larger. Another happy byproduct of learning something new is that your brain produces the neurotransmitter dopamine. And dopamine is the reward or pleasure center in your mind. It triggers it. So when you do something new, let's say like you paint that painting and it comes out better than you thought, and like when you do like the paint and sips, or you've tried something new and you've succeeded, when you get that Kool-Aid man busting down the door, oh yeah, joy, that's the dopamine surging through you that you get when you accomplish something new. Number 2, continue to push yourself a little further each time you work through a little discomfort. You know what? It will get easier. So think of it as strengthening a muscle, right? I think about yoga. I'm not like a great yoga practitioner, but one thing that I do know is that when you start the journey, right? You bend over and maybe you can only touch your thighs. Maybe you can only touch your knees, right? But as you continue to bend over each and every day and you regularly move, bend and push and stretch till you feel that little bit of discomfort, and then you relax and then you bend into it a little bit more to get more discomfort. One day you're going to realize that you've obtained the flexibility and the strength to bend over and put your hands on the floor. And it takes time and it takes repeated action to achieve the goal. So when you're feeling that little bit of discomfort, push on a little bit. If you need to come back a little bit, do that, and then push through a little bit further the next time. Lastly, number 3, start slowly. You can always add a little bit of time or extra challenge each week. So when you implement change, I'm going to tell you each and every time the villains of resistance and the villains of change always seem to show up and throw a wrench in your plans. And you can always recognize when they've shown up, like, right, they're the ones sitting on your shoulder saying, I know it's not perfect, but we've always done it this way. So one way to combat that mindset is to make slow changes over time. I recently read an article in Inc. magazine about how McDonald's did just this to enter into the specialty coffee market, and they did it, and they didn't miss a beat. So the guy who wrote the article, Howard Tolman, wrote that, quote, McDonald's undertook a careful plan and probably close to 2 years with the overall implementation and completely under the radar to slowly and consistently, month in and month out, increase the strength of its basic coffee without saying anything to its customers. Today, if you look at a menu, everything, including that regular old coffee, is part of the McCafe family. So the company got the job done literally under the nose of its customers without anyone catching on. And they launched without anybody catching on and then trying to launch some crusade to turn the clock back, right? So they did it in a way that was gradual, People didn't push back, but it was just a nice, slow, gradual change that people could accept it and kind of move forward. And today you can go and get a specialty coffee or that regular old McDonald's coffee when you get your Egg McMuffin. So the point is to that story is that incremental change can actually help us to normalize a new normal and allow for change to take root and to grow. So the next time you're feeling restless or bored, just acknowledge the feeling is there, right? Make sure that you understand it, you feel it, and make a plan to address it through expanding your comfort zone. Learn, stretch, take it slow, and enjoy the journey of becoming a new version of you. So if you're looking for somebody to support you as you take the steps to grow and stretch out of your comfort zone, please feel free to book some time with me and let's talk. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you again here next Wednesday having another conversation from my couch about all things leadership. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.